Yeah, Rivers, dude. Yeah, I did 1,000. Some of the people I was fighting were not doing that much damage, though. I gotta figure that one out. Yeah, Rivers up close is very strong. Like, it still does damage. I don't think you should look at it as one weapon is better or worse than the other. I think what should be considered is that two things. One is the weapon has a niche where it performs very well, and if you compare every situation that the game presents for one weapon versus every situation the game presents for another weapon, the net output should be similar. That's what I think would be reasonable balance. They all fill a valuable niche. They have some situations where they're not especially great, and they have some situations where they shine. I think having peaks, having like extremely high or valleys for low outliers is also not good. And FromSoft is clearly bringing those up. So like Crystal Release being very specific in how it's good, but actually good now is great. I think people assume that they should be able to choose one weapon, equip nothing else, and just win with it. And I don't think that's how these games are designed. Dark Souls 3 was the first bit to make slower weapons viable. I don't agree with that at all. Dark Souls 2 was the one, because Dark Souls 2 was closest to what I think they've done with Elden Ring as of 107, where a lot of the colossal weapons were like remarkably fast. Like, they weren't too far behind greatswords. You could hit people with them, and they weren't like a giant liability. On top of, like, obviously Dark Souls 2 was the first game to have cases where you could not parry colossals and stuff. And, well, yeah, not only the posture system for PvE. I don't know if people realize that, like, all these weapons got poise buffs, and, like, it's like, oh, I need to have 68 for a longsword R1, and I need to have 82 for a dual weapon L1 or whatever. But it's like, did you guys not see that they didn't touch anything? None of the posture in PvE has changed, so now everybody has a shit ton more posture damage. And two-handing, like, is, like, gigantically, like, two-handed charge attacks and jump attacks now, like jumping R2s, are, like, much, much stronger than they've ever been in PvE in this game. So, like, colossal weapon users in PvE are eating good.